Hey, new techers. It's Mr. Granlund here. I'm going to take you through another tutorial, and this time I'm going to show you the blob brush and the shape cutouts slash pathfinder tools. Okay, first the blob brush. The cool thing about this is it uses the brush tool, and it makes a shape, so you can fill it with different things. And you can also increase the size using the bracket keys to make a bigger brush or a smaller brush. So you can free paint, something here. And this also is a shape. So if I use the selection tool and I click on it now, it's a shape. So if I wanted to, let's say, fill it with a gradient, okay, there we go. And we can, do all the things that we do with a filling gradient, with these tables, click a color in there, and a different color in here. And we have all those tools at our disposal too. Okay, so that's the shape tool. Now let's say I wanted a shape, but I wanted to cut something out of the shape. Okay, so let's say a big old G. Okay, we're going to cut that out. I'm going to size this up so it makes an interesting cutout here. Okay, and I want to cut this shape out of this shape. So I'm going to use something called the Pathfinder tool. So if I go to Window and I go down to Pathfinder, it'll bring up this tab here. Now it has all of these things. So it says Unite, so it's putting the shapes together, minus the front shape. So whatever shape is in front, it's going to take that away. If they intersect or where they exclude, so it's going to make that shape divide. There's all of these different things. Of how they can be cut down to each other. Okay, so to do this, I'm going to click on the top one, which is the G. I'm going to hold Shift on the keyboard, and now both of them are selected. Okay, so I selected G, hold Shift down, and I selected the next one too. If we use the layers palette here, okay, what that looks like is in the layers palette, you see this blue square here that indicates that the art has been selected. Okay, so I selected that path and I selected the G at the same time, and now I'm going to minus the front. What that should do is it should subtract that from the shape, but it's not doing that. I don't know why it's not doing that. Oh, that's because this isn't a shape yet. It's just a letter. So we're going to turn this into a shape. So we're going to go to Type, Create Outlines. Okay, so now you see how it's been highlighted there. So I'm going to click on that shape, hold Shift, click on that shape, and now, yes, that did nothing. Okay, that I added it so it all became one shape. But if I do this, now it cuts it out the way that I want to. It had to be an outline first. Okay, so you can actually take different shapes and cut them out or add them to each other, like exclude, or I gotta select the two different shapes and then exclude, and you get those kind of cutouts. So you can get some pretty complicated shapes with the Pathfinder tool and the blob brush tool.